right, so I've got a plan. We're gonna see how this goes. I've got some chickens coming tomorrow, some baby chicks. The first time that we have ever ordered chicks online from a hatchery. So kind of excited about that. Anxious to see how they show up, but I need to make a chicken brooder. So I planned on using a Rubbermaid, like a 200-gallon tank. And then as I was going up there to get it, I looked and saw this IBC Tote bladder. And I was like, you know what? Let's try to repurpose this thing, because usually they just end up getting cut up, taken to landfill. So I'm gonna try to repurpose it and make a chicken brooder out of it. So it's roughly 40 inches tall. So I'm gonna cut it probably in half, make it 20 inches. And that should be a good, I'm actually gonna go 21, how's that? Let's go 21. So we'll cut this thing off at 21 inches all the way around. And then after that, probably gonna build some kind of a framework for it, because I need something that I can put on the top to keep other things out of it. So, but I think this is gonna work out all right. So we're gonna give it a shot anyway. I found the skill saw is the best thing to use to cut this. You can use a reciprocating saw, but to me it's just not as stable, real jerky. So this is probably the best method I found to cut these is a skill saw. I'm going to use these little 3/4 boards here, put right here to screw through, just because I'm afraid if I don't, these screws are going to pull through the plastic and it's going to come apart. So these pieces of one by here will kind of sandwich this plastic together between the two and make a good solid connection for it. So I think that's going to be my best option. All right, everybody, we got it wrapped up here. Turned out pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with it. I think it'll be a good reuse of this half of an IBC tote. So, the only thing that didn't work out that I didn't think of was the drain. That didn't quite work out. I could take a hole saw and put a hole in that and be able to drain it, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. So I'll make a lid for it to put on it, so I can keep mice or anything that might be around out of it. So I'll make something, a little frame out of screen wire, and put over top of it, maybe with hinges or something. So yeah, I think it turned out really well. Like I said, it's a good reuse of one of these IBC totes that otherwise we usually just throw away. So, yeah, I think it's gonna work out. So I'll get it cleaned up, get a top made for it, and we'll check back in on it. that's got our lid frame made. Just need to get some hardware cloth and put over it. And I'm gonna put some hinges back here on the back so we can raise it up, put a chain on it, and that way it's up out of the way when we're getting in it. It turned out pretty good. So if I wasn't using scrap pieces, I would probably use 1x material. It's gonna be a little bit heavy with the 2x6s, but like I mentioned earlier, everything on this is scrap material that I had laying around. So plus the 2x6 covers that, all that furring strips and all that edge real good. So keeps it good and clean looking. So, all right, let's get some hardware cloth on it. So here's the brooder complete with the lid on it and the chickens in it. Got some hinges on this back side here. The heat lamp in. I've got 10 chicks in there right now. So the lid on the hinges, and I put a chain right here on it so that it'll lean back. You don't have to hold it up. So there's a look at it complete with the chickens in it. So I think it turned out really well. Good resource with this IBC Tote bladder. Instead of just cutting it up and throwing it away. Worked out really well. Good size for them. I think 10's probably, I don't know, I think it'll be okay. So we'll see how much room they have once they get a little bit bigger. But yeah, there you go. All right, everybody, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching the content as we built this chicken brooder. I hope it gave you some ideas to maybe apply this to your own situation. Pretty cheap build and serves the purpose well and saves this from ending up in the landfill and being useless junk. So thanks for following along, and I'll catch you on the next one.